Well, first of all, no, I don't think you can live your life comparing yourself to no one, because I don't know, unless you're born out in the middle of the woods.
I wouldn't say that it's impossible.
I wish I could say, yeah, no problem.
I don't think that we can live without comparisons. I don't know. Maybe we can.
I think that we compare ourselves to others as a means of seeing where we are in our own progress. And in many ways, I haven't thought about it enough to really answer whether or not we have other ways of seeing where we are. But it's the obvious way when you are born into this culture. I would venture to say into this world. I don't know if I'll be able to ever look at myself just as myself and not have to compare it to something else, not have it be relative to anything else.
To learn, you have to emulate. For example, like learning to walk. Like, you would compare what you're doing to whoever else you're learning from. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, I guess you could learn to walk by yourself, but I do think, like, I don't know, learning the guitar, mm-hmm. you would probably compare yourself to other guitarists, often like guitarists you admire. I have a hard time picking up new things because if I'm not really great at it right off the bat, then I really have the urge to give up because I don't like being bad at things. Mm-hmm. And I think that is all comes down to my own self-esteem issues that won't let me be like, okay, well, I'm not super great at this, mm-hmm. but still an okay person.
But I think it is important to compare ourselves against each other, not of who's better, who's worse, but to keep ourselves in check. A lot of times we might have, and this is for my own self, I have tendencies to be a certain way, and I don't realize I have those tendencies until I'm confronted with somebody who has the same tendencies or the same behavior. And then I can compare myself and say, oh, this is something that I do, or this is something that I don't do. And I can rectify my own behavior.
I know I personally struggle with that a lot. I try to focus more on what I'm doing, what impact I think it's going to have. Like, is this a good thing to do with my life? And be aware that the way in which I do it and the rate at which I do it is going to be different because I'm doing a lot of different stuff along the way, just like anybody else is. And but it is hard to not look at somebody else and see that they did something else or something else and not do that. So I would say that I think that's something I should work towards, mm-hmm. To minimize in my own life, because I think that would make me a much healthier, happier person. But I don't know that I would ever be able to fully let go of that. Part of comparison can come with things like envy and greed, mm-hmm. and all of those things that aren't such great traits. But I think that those are very human traits, and I don't think that most people are without those. I know that if it is possible, it would be something that would be very challenging, I guess.